Hi, welcome to Papa's Workshop. I am absolutely loving this laser that I have on my CNC machine. It has opened up so many opportunities I cannot begin to imagine how to tell you. The most important thing though right now with Christmas here, my son loves anything Star Wars and his son knows it. And he gave me a call and said, "Can you help me make a project?" And this is the project that we did on the laser with the CNC machine. Never could have done that without having the laser. So today, I'm going to show you how I did it. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the image that my grandson sent to me, and after bringing it into Inkscape and converting it over to an SVG file, I opened it up into Lightburn, and you see I still have a lot of little, basically it's just trash items that need to be removed. So I can just highlight each one of these individually and cut them, or I can just put a box around a group of them and be able to delete them or cut them all at once. And see, that time it didn't pick up that last little one, so just go ahead and cut it. So I had to go through this with a fine-tooth comb and find all this little garbage and be able to get rid of it so that it would be a much cleaner engraving. Now this is zoomed in really close, and that was the only way that I could really see and eliminate all this little trash pieces. Now it's important to note, when you're looking for images on the Google or wherever you look for the different projects that you want to do, you want to get the highest resolution possible. And this actually was a very high resolution type image. The problem is you still see a lot of garbage. It also had some fine detail in this back area where the vents were on the Millennium Falcon that I went ahead and eliminated too. So when you're looking for the images, look for images that are royalty free, and you can be able to download those very easily from the Google Images or again your choice of places. And that way the copyright infringement is not an issue since they're royalty-free items that are freely posted onto the Google. And if you can't find anything that you really want, there are many sites for a very small fee that you can purchase the rights to be able to engrave. Now here's a look at the finished image ready to be able to engrave. The detail is very clear, sharp, and all the garbage is gone. Now I want to be able to show you a close-up of the detail, and it is very clear and sharp. That's the goal. You want to be able to have this look as crisp as you possibly can. So that's why, two things, you want to be able to find a good sharp image to begin with. Secondly, you want to be able to zoom in really close and find all the little garbage pieces that you need to be able to eliminate. Settings that I'm using to engrave this is using 75 inches per minute on 100% power. And this is with one pass. Now a lot of people ask, how do I put the keyhole slot into the board? Now there's really two ways. I can do that on the CNC machine, or I can do it on the router table. And to be able to do it on the router table, the simplest way is just take your project. This is 9.5 inches, so that would be 4 3/4 for the center. And I can mark the center line with that so that you can see it. And I'm going to make this really dark. And then if I want to make this 2 inches long, I can also mark that. So that would be the length that I want to be able to have the keyhole slot. So I want to have it there, and so that would be the beginning and the end of my keyhole slot. to be able to line this up, the next thing is I want to know how far down. Now just say that this is set at 2.5 inches, and if I want to have that down 2.5 inches, that is going to be the beginning and the end of my keyhole slot. To be able to set it up, first thing, set the fence to the 2.5 inches, which I've already done, from the center of the keyhole bit. And then I want to be able to just slide this over where it stops, and I would have one piece right in here and get it clamped in. Then I'll slide this over to where the other part would be, and I have that. And if you want to have it where it's perfect, just set that right in there, and we're going to set that exactly where it needs to be, and we'll clamp that in place. And that's right there. So then to be able to do it, you're just going to put that on, run it across, lift it up, and you're done. And this is the end result that you get. This looks very good. It's a very easy process to do on the router table. To put the edge around the Millennium Falcon, I chose to use this 45-degree chamfer bit. Now there's a lot of different types of edges that I could put on there, but my grandson said he wanted something simple, so this is what I chose to do. Again, this is a 45-degree chamfer bit that I'm putting into the router. Now with the bit installed into the router on the router table and adjusted to the correct height, the first thing that I will do is run this across the end grain. By doing the end grain on both sides of this sign, it actually makes it where it has less tear out. So that's very, very important to be able to do. So please remember that. Always do the end grains first before moving to the other two sides. And then moving over to the other side, it makes a very clean cut, and it will help eliminate any of the small tear out that you had from the end grain cutting itself. So that's my tip for the day for you. Please remember that when you're doing this, you'll have much better results. Now once I've completed all four sides, I want to be able to take a look at it and see if there's any tear outs that I can do. If necessary, I can run this through a second time. But if you look at this, I think you can see the results are quite nice. Okay, I want to get this masked off so I can spray the black edge on it. And this is what happened when you're trying to do the last minute Christmas gifts. Now I put a 45-degree chamfered edge on here, and I want to be able to go right up to that edge. Now the one thing that I want to tell you is, yes, I did seal it last night, so that's all dry. And if I can mask this off, I can get it painted, and I can finish this Christmas gift on time. And that would be a beautiful thing. I want to maintain that nice sharp edge, so that's got to get cut right there. That's actually off. That's one bad thing about the chamfered edges. Sometimes you can't see where the edge is. And it's actually over a little bit more. There we go. And I just put a little straight edge up there, and then I can see where it is. So that's looking good. One more side here, and this is off too, now that I'm looking at it. There we go. Now it's looking good. And I want to cut that little bitty piece off. And I'm going to take that one little bitty spot right there and put that in place. All right, the next thing is that we're just going to fill in this center section. And I can take it outside and spray this real quick. And we'll give it about a half an hour and it will be dry. Couple little holes here to patch. One there. One there. So, let's go spray this real quick. Okay, so after about a half an hour, this paint is dry, and I can go ahead and remove the masking. Now, because I had sealed this wood last night, there is very little bleeding into this surface. So all I'm going to do now is just hit that with the sandpaper a little bit, and we'll clean that up. And that should not take much at all. See, that just comes right off. So real light sanding is all I'm doing here. I am going to get the back side as well. Now, after finishing this light sanding on both sides, I went ahead and sprayed 3 coats of the clear gloss onto the project, both the front and the back, and the project was done. Hi everyone, thank you for watching my video today. If you like the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the little bell next to it so you'll be notified on the different videos that I upload. Also, check out the videos over here to be able to stay up to date on the happenings in my shop. So again, thank you for watching my videos.